Welcome, investors, to the Finance Zoom channel, your go-to destination for all things finance, where I bring you the latest insights and strategies to help you navigate the ever-dynamic world of investments. Today, I have an extraordinary episode lined up for you as I dive into the timeless wisdom of one of the most significant investment gurus of all time, the legendary Peter Lynch.
Whoa!
Peter Lynch, a name that echoes through the halls of Wall Street, needs no introduction. He's the man who conquered the stock market and revolutionized the way we think about investing. With a career spanning decades, he has become a beacon of hope for investors seeking to navigate the ever-changing landscape of the stock market.
You know, we had a terrible financial crisis in 99-1. I think almost every major bank in Texas went under. Bank of New England, one of the oldest banks in the country, went under. It's like, in 08, 09, the banks were doing these no-doc loans and second mortgages and home improvement loans, and people are buying boats with it. Now the banks are being much more careful. So we've gone through other crises. Some banks will go under. 400 went under after 08, 09. Now we have stress tests. I think the banking system has improved. There'll be some companies go under. That's the nature of it. It's nothing like, imagine 1980, 81, we had double-digit inflation, double-digit unemployment, and people were the Japanese were going to take over the world. I mean, we were hopeless. I mean, there's always something to worry about. I'd really been over 50 years of doing this. I think I'd be worried if there was, somebody didn't bring.
But what makes his approach so extraordinary? That's exactly what you'll uncover today as we deeply dive into Peter Lynch's time-tested investment principles. Before we begin, what is the stock market, anyway? A stock market is a place with limitless opportunity and wealth-building potential. But let's face it, for those who are unfamiliar, it can also be a maze of perplexity and ambiguity. First, imagine a scenario where the economy is booming, stock prices are rising, and everyone is enjoying the glory of financial success. The market then turns unexpectedly as the winds of change begin to blow. Imagine the joy turning into anxiety and uncertainty as investors see their arduously acquired fortune disappear. Before we dive into Peter Lynch's insights, let's take a quick look at the pressing challenges we're facing heading toward 2023. The stock market's volatile swings and the possibility of a recession have many investors on edge. High inflation and rising interest rates can impact consumer spending and investment decisions. And the uncertainty surrounding valuations and market temperament adds to the investment landscape's complexity. With this kind of situation, we need strong advice on how to invest in the stock market this 2023. We've got your back, dear viewers, so don't worry. In this episode, I'll provide you with the information and resources you need to navigate the market and flow. It's enlightening to reread the timeless advice of Peter Lynch, a renowned investor and former manager of the Magellan Fund. In the middle of these distressing circumstances, Lynch was famous for his uncomplicated style of investing. He is credited with saying, "Invest in what you know," and advising people to pay attention to the environment.
Correct!
Economy.
Well, I think people, they're investing in individual stocks. It's sad they're careful when they buy a refrigerator or an airplane flight. They're careful with their money, and they'll hear about a stock on the bus, and they'll put $5,000 or $10,000 on it. They have no idea what they do. So you're really got to be careful. Look at the company, look at the balance sheet. What is the reason the stock should be higher?
Tip number 1. The foundation of informed decisions. When it comes to investing, knowledge truly is power. Understanding the companies, industries, or assets you're putting your money into lays the foundation for informed decision-making. By having a clear grasp of the fundamentals, financials, and market trends, you can assess your investment's potential risks and rewards. Before investing, you must make informed decisions, so you should know and understand what you are buying. Tip number 2. Avoiding unnecessary risks. You might ask, is there power in knowing what you invest in? Definitely. Knowing what you invest in helps you steer clear of unnecessary risks. Blindly following tips or investing in assets you don't comprehend can lead to disappointment and losses. What should I do with that instance if that's the case? When you consider investing, that question can cross your mind. I've got you. Viewers, don't worry. Before pursuing an opportunity, one can begin to spend some time researching and assessing it. Keep in mind that reducing risks is just as important as maximizing earnings. Tip number 3, the power of unique opportunities.
Link me something that's a good story. I mean, who would have guessed TJX, a local company, would have gone up 50-fold, or Stop and Shop would go up 10-fold, or Analog Devices, or NVIDIA. I couldn't pronounce NVIDIA. So you have to find a company that's either a turnaround or a company that's going to grow, like Panera or, Family Dollar stores. I'm not saying that buys now, but that, Sears is rolled over. So Kmart's rolled over, IBM slowed down. But we've had new companies come along. I mean, that's the nature. You have to be looking for new companies and look at the balance sheet. If you can add 5 and 5 and get reasonably close to 10, you should be able to look at the balance sheet and say, here's 2 depressed companies. They've gone from 50 to 3. One company's got $3 million in cash and no debt. One's got $3 million in debt, no cash. Which one are you going to buy? I mean, that.
One of Lynch's most insightful suggestions for investing in 2023 is to look for something unique. Lynch believed that although conventional market conditions can be difficult, good enterprises can be found anyplace. So what does Peter Lynch mean by looking for something unique? He advocated for investors to seek out companies or investment opportunities that stand out from the crowd. This could mean finding companies with innovative products or services, unique business models, or operating in niche markets with strong growth potential. This requires you look beyond the latest fashions and trends and consider a range of fields, businesses, and opportunities that the general public would overlook. Tip number 4, the ever reason to worry.
With this generation?
Well, we've had 13 recessions since World War II, and we've had 13 recoveries. Maybe we're going to have one. If this is a recession, it's probably the most predicted one ever. I never know when we're going to go. I'd love to know the future. I think it would help. I'd be a better investor. I'd pay $5 extra for next year's Wall Street Journal. It would really help. Right. I cannot predict the future, but this recession is so expected.
It's no secret that economic uncertainties can leave investors feeling anxious. In the world of finance, there will always be something to worry about, according to Lynch. Concerns about political instability, economic slowdowns, or unforeseen calamities are constant, he said. I would be worried if somebody did not bring up something to worry about, which is wise counsel that reminds us that investment involves some degree of risk. Even with a degree of risk, there's always optimism and resilience. Lynch confidently pointed out that the fear of a recession was nothing new, as we've had 13 recessions and 13 recoveries since World War II. His long-term perspective taught us that economic cycles are inevitable and recoveries are part of the natural course of the market. In conclusion, Peter Lynch's stock market investing advice for 2023 offers a valuable roadmap for achievement. You can learn to negotiate the intricacies of the financial world by establishing a solid foundation of well-informed choices, avoiding pointless risks, and seizing uncommon chances. As you delve into the stock market this year, keep in mind to keep a long-term view and trust your information. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and to share it with other investors. For more enlightening videos about money, investing, and the advice of renowned investors like Peter Lynch, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your attendance today and wish you luck making educated investment decisions in 2023. I'll see you in the next video, and happy investing!